This video should have come out a long time ago. So I've got some original footage that I filmed way back before the Cotswolds trip, which I'm going to include. So when you see hair differences and all that kind of thing, that's the reason why. And then what I'm going to do then is jump forward into the present and give you the update on why it's taken so long to get this video out. So enjoy. A few weeks ago, before the Cotswold trip with Joe, Emily, the works, Freddie, you've seen that video. If you haven't, go check it out. I had a delivery and it was the ultimate earplugs. This video should have come out a long time ago. However, I did break them, or they were broken, when on the return leg of the Cotswolds. So I got back home, messaged Ultimate Ear and said, they're broke, is there anything which you can do? I sent them off then to Ultimate Ear, and they have very kindly replaced them for me. So I now have a brand spanking new pair of earplugs. So this is what they should look like. So it actually looks as if they have taken the units outside and replaced them in. So these are the original units, but you can see here with the wiring, all this was absolutely fine. This was actually the point where it broke before. So this wire is obviously the same, but yeah, the right one broke from in there, which you can see here. That's where the other one went, and that's where it broke within this bit here. So they have sent me my original ones. I'm not sure actually if I could probably wear these as squidges, maybe. Or maybe not, I'm not sure actually, but they have sent me down my original ones, so I've got these anyway, and then the new ones here, which you can see. So that's the reason why this video has taken a little while to come out. Okay, so what comes in the box? So these are my ear molds. I won't bother showing you too much of them, but they go through, they get quality checked to make sure obviously that the molds will be right. What they do is actually keep a record of these digitally on file. So every time I go back, if I'm ordering anything else, I don't need to send these back off. They've got them on file, but they do say to not throw those away. The earplugs themselves are squidgy. There's a little bit, I don't want to break them, but you know, squidgy. I did actually order some other custom mold earplugs, and they were just rock solid to the point of they hurt going in my ear. It was like really hard plastic. So these ones aren't that at all. There's some flexibility in the air, some movement. They're actually comfortable, albeit have them in for a few minutes. Some of this ear comfort lotion, definitely just need to use that sparingly and not put a lot of that on, but again, a little goes a long way. The fitting guide, I've already watched through the video that they sent me, which is good. 10% off any future purchases. These are cleaning wipes to make sure that they're nice and hygienic. There's only 2 in there, so I'm not sure how much you get in a packet, but again, you can reorder some of these, but with the riding that I'm doing, I'm going to need a fair few of those. Everything in terms of packaging, there, a nice solid case. Probably pay a lot of money for that already. But in terms of the earphones themselves, this is just a clear one. I need these quick for a issues that I've got coming up into the Cotswolds. So I didn't have any logos or anything, but you would have all seen the Triumph Bonneville Adventures logo by now. If I like these and get on with them, I will be ordering some more for definite, just so because I lose a lot of things, and actually if I can keep these on my person, one in my bike, I'm never going to be without them because I cannot ride without earplugs anymore. So I did say that if they could expedite the process and get me them a little bit quicker, then I would give them a review, and they kindly said, yes, sure, that is absolutely fine. So gone through the normal process. I'll go through that with you now, but these are my earplugs. Cool. So they're really getting there. When I actually got the molds taken, it like tickled, but I now see why you get this cream, because when I put them in and then obviously twist them into place, the suction and they are in there, so that's not, you know, letting anything through. I think one thing that I need to remember is not to pull on these wires when they're in my ear, because they're not like earphones. You know, that looks really, you know, fragile. That's in there. I just need to remember not to be yanking on these wires. So remember the video that I watched and the training. Remember what I've watched and yeah, putting it in. Finger goes in. I've got some big old ears, but put a finger in and then twist it out. But yeah, they're definitely in there and make, I want to say make a world of difference. I've got to go out with a ride. So actually, let's do that now. So again, the main reason for ordering those is the ones that I'm currently using just absolutely ruined my ears big time when I came back from the Lake District. So I wanted something where I could clearly hear my communications through Cardo for more the group rides, and I want to be able to listen to music with the rides that I'm doing. They're going to be 3 or 4 hours long at any given time. So again, I wanted something in there which I didn't have to turn my internal comms up too loud, because it defeats the point of me wearing earplugs. With these ones I can keep the volume relatively low, still hear those ambient noises, block out the majority of the wind noise, again for those motorway rides and things, and still be able to listen to music, comms clearly. So if you were lucky enough to go see them at Motorcycle Live, you wouldn't have needed to pay separately to get your ear molds done, because they did them there for free. So one thing I will just cut in here and say is you can get these in all sorts of different colours, different ranges. I've gone for the Sound Ear Pros. It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to go for. But hands down, this is one of the best biking decisions, life decisions that I've ever made, because I know that I've got longevity now of protecting my hearing. And as I mentioned before, the trigger point for this was coming back from the Lake District, 2 hours, 3-4 hours worth of riding. And it just, my ears were just, they were gone for days and days and days. Rode these back from the Cotswolds, no issues whatsoever. So the lubrication gel that you get, a little does go a long way there. And like I say, the sound quality is absolutely amazing. And I have been out for a ride with these since we got back, and I absolutely love them. One other thing I failed to mention is you can get different connector points depending on what your setup is, whether you've got iPhone, Android, Cardo systems, whatever you've got, you can get different ends for them, and you can also change the length of the cable as well. I think I went for a long cable or a standard cable, which is too long, so I should have gone for a short cable. Or you can just go the whole hog and get a Bluetooth version. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It has been a long time coming, so apologies for the edit and the different in outfits and shots and all that and kind of stuff. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has supported the channel since I went live way back in January now. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.